Hey guys, today we're going to take an updated look at Vyond, which is a cartoon animation platform. I looked at Vyond a couple years ago, but I know that they've made some improvements, so we're going to see what the updates are in Vyond today. I want to let you know this video is not sponsored. I paid for the premium version of Vyond with my own money, and as always, I give you my honest opinions. If you're interested in Vyond, I will link to it below. All right, so here's what Vyond looks like once you log in. This first screen does look a little different from the last time we looked at Vyond. And what I'm going to do is start here in the center at Character Creator, because I do think this is one of the most strong points of the Vyond platform, which is that you can build your own character. Now, you can see here that there's a contemporary style, which is very like kind of flat looking, business friendly, which is very similar to the contemporary style, or the whiteboard animation look you can go for. And even though I'm on a paid premium version of Vyond, I still can't access the contemporary characters here. So let's just start with business friendly, and then we're going to select a body type. Obviously something that skews more male or something that skews more female. I'm just going to make someone who kind of looks like myself, which I think is one of the fun parts of Vyond. So what we can do here is first select our face shape. I think I'm going to just stick with the default, and then you can select a skin color. Now, what's really great about Vyond is the insane amount of diversity they have in their character creator platform. You can literally, if you look here, with this color range, you can make someone any color of the rainbow. And that's so great if something about, being racially neutral is important to you, or if you have a very specific look you're going for, or if you want to have a wide variety of characters with a wide variety of looks, the diversity in Vyond cannot be beat. Hey guys, while I'm customizing my character here, I just want to remind you that if you like this video and you want to see more product reviews like this, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell. All right, so how did I do there? Making a character that kind of looked like myself, but you saw all the options in Vyond. So I think if you worked for a company where there was a huge focus on diversity and you were making some training videos, you would be very, very happy with this. Now let's just take a quick tour of the Vyond interface. Over here is kind of our media bin where you can select from characters, and they have pre-built characters in here in a lot of different professions. There's obviously the whiteboard characters and the contemporary, which we would have to upgrade in order to use these in our project. Over here are props. So there's lots of different items that you can use to build a scene, whether it be indoors or outdoors. Next up, you can add different types of charts. Also, there's like text templates, so you can just add basic text, or they have these kind of neat animating templates that you can preview by hitting the play button in the lower left corner of the thumbnail. And then there is a lot of different music cuts that are pre-licensed for you as well. Now, if you draw your attention to the top right of the screen, this is kind of what I would label as your inspector area. This is where you can utilize a lot of control to build your scenes. The first thing I'm going to do is select this replace tool, and it brings up all of the different templated scenes that we can choose from here in Vyond, and there are a lot of them. If you hover your mouse over each of these categories, it tells you how many different templates there are. So there are 54 travel templates, 40 training templates, 41 text looks. There are so many templates in here. I definitely think they've been building out this section of the platform. I'm going to select this one that says home, and I'm just going to arrow over to this scene here, which is like an influencer scene. So let's make some modifications to this scene right here. If we want to replace this character that's defaulted in the scene, I can just select her, hit this little button up here for replace, and go back to custom character I made. There I am. So now that I've got the right character I want, I need to hit that replace button again to kind of lock her in. And now I can add an action to this character. So I'm going to select this action button here and I actually want her to walk into the frame. So I'm going to go over to the quick access tab over here because that's typically where the basic motions like walking are. And I'm going to select this walking when I can preview it by hitting this play button. And now she is going to be walking in our scene. But the next thing I need to do is add a motion path because otherwise she's just going to be walking in place. So let me head on over to this icon here for motion path. And right now the default is to none. Let's hit this arrow. We're going to select a line and we're going to select this line. So she's going to walk in from screen right into our scene. And then this box here, this blue line with the box at the end is where she's going to start. So I'm going to move it over here and I want her to end up right at this chair. Let's preview this to see how it looks. I'm going to hit this preview button top right of the screen. Great. Now, once she gets to this chair, I want her to sit down. However, I cannot add two actions to a single character in one screen. So there's a bit of a workaround. Let's head on down here to the timeline. I'm going to hit this plus button for add scene, and I'm going to select continue last scene. So it's a duplicate of the previous scene, although it does not have the motion path. She's still doing the walking though. So I'm going to select her, head back over to action, and I'm going to search sitting. And there's this action here where she sits down. I'm going to hit apply and let's preview it. So I'm going to hit this drop down menu on the preview button, hit preview from start. And she sits down in the chair. Another feature of Vyond that I really like is that there's a camera effect. So I can have a scene kind of like zoom in as the scene plays out. Or I can just cut in tighter to my scene and just have it be static, almost like you would see on a TV show, right? So you might go from a wide shot to a close-up shot. You can achieve that very easily here in Vyond. So what I'd like to do is have my second scene be cut in closer. I'm going to exit out of my preview mode and then let me head up to this icon for camera and I'm going to select add camera. And so what I get is this orange outline on the entire perimeter of my scene. What I can do is crop in on the scene. Let's preview from the start so you can see the difference in the two scenes. Great. And if I actually wanted to add a little bit of motion on that camera, I'm going to select my second scene on camera. I'm going to hit add camera movement. And now I have this yellow box, which indicates where the scene is going to end up. So I'm going to go from around the orange perimeter and zoom in tighter into the yellow box. I could do the opposite too. I could make this yellow box bigger so it zooms out. So let's preview just that scene. And now let's also add some audio. So I'm going to select this first scene and I'm going to select this musical note up here in the top left of the screen. And I'm going to hit this microphone icon with the plus button. Now there's a few options here. You can record from your microphone right into Vyond and make your own voiceover, which is a great option. They also have a text-to-speech feature, which I talk about so much on my channel. I don't think these things sound that realistic, but I am going to utilize that for this project so you can see what it sounds like and just kind of get an idea of how the text-to-speech feature works. So I'm going to select text-to-speech here, and my line is going to be, I can't wait to shoot this video. I don't know, seems pretty appropriate for this scene. And then I'm going to leave the language set to English, and I'm going to pick a voiceover artist here, and I'm going to hit this little icon to hit generate.
I can't wait to shoot this video.
That is what these text-to-speech generators look like. They're generally a little robotic. Now, if you had multiple characters, you could assign the audio to different characters and their mouths will move as the audio is happening, which is really great in Vyond. Not every platform does that. So I'm going to hit this drop down. I'm going to select my character, and then I'm going to draw my attention down to my timeline. And I don't want her talking when she's just like way over here. I'm going to drag the audio a little bit further down. So she's going to start talking as she gets closer to the desk. And let's preview this from the start.
I can't wait to shoot this video.
Did you see how her mouth moved just as the voiceover was happening? In this particular setting, we are more doing a narrative here, so it doesn't really make sense for us to have a scene transition between our two scenes, but let me just drop one in so you can see how it would look. And I'm gonna select this icon here for scene transition. And there are a lot of different transitions we can add between scenes. If you want to preview it, you just hit the play button. The last time I looked at Vyond, one of the things that I remember being a little bit stuck on was that I was not in love with these scene transitions. I just feel like they could do better. They could be more interesting, kind of higher end looking. So I'm not crazy about these transitions. They're pretty lackluster to me. I'm going to go with a really simple one here. And you can see the transition here in our timeline is this little green bar. Let's preview this from the start.
I can't wait to shoot this video.
And of course, you can make additions to this scene. So we could add text by hitting this text icon. And if we wanted to add just kind of like basic text, I would just select add a title. Let's select the text settings icon in the top right. We can make it much smaller here if we choose. We can take a look at the fonts that are offered by Vyond under the premium plan. If you want to upload your own fonts, it is an upgrade. We can change the color and we can have it enter in with an animation. Perfect. And one other adjustment I would like to make on my scene here is I think I want to change our character's expression. She doesn't look that happy. So we can change that under this mask icon and select her expression. And then the last thing I want to do is add some music. So I'm going to, again, select the musical notes here. And let's select these musical notes. And I can reposition the music under both my scenes down here in the timeline just by moving it down. And if I want to lower the volume on it, I just select it, head on over to this gear in the top right of the screen for audio settings, and we can modify the volume to, let's say, 50%. All right, and let's preview our entire video.
I can't wait to shoot this video.
All right, I'm happy with that. So let me hit this download button and we can download the video in full HD. And that is because we're on the premium package. If we were on the essentials package, I wouldn't be able to do HD 1080. It would only be a 720 resolution. All right, here's our video. Let's take a look.
I can't wait to shoot this video.
Okay, so you saw how simple it was for me to create a cartoon animation style video with Vyond. What are my final thoughts on the updated version of Vyond? I think that my feelings haven't really changed since I first looked at Vyond. There's a few things that I can see that they've upgraded that I think are really great upgrades. I would say that Vyond has a lot of different actions that the characters can do. There's a ton of different scenes and objects, and you could really create the kind of video you envisioned with this platform. I love how smart it is with the audio when you assign audio to a character, that it knows that that character's mouth should be moving. That is really great. I also love, obviously, how you can create characters and make them any color of the rainbow. If something like diversity is really important to you, you could be very, very, very specific with Vyond. I think you would be really, really, really happy with this platform. Some of the things that I would say are not my favorite are they haven't upgraded those scene transitions. I think that those blind wipes and stuff, they're so dated. They could just do something so much more fun. And so I'd love to see Vyond step up their game in that way. I also don't think there's a lot of fonts in here, and you have to upgrade your plan if you want to be able to upload your own fonts. So I definitely think that's a bit of a bummer. And then the one other thing I would say about Vyond is it's a little more on the expensive side. Let me just show you real quick what the plans are. Is the Essentials plan is $50 a month, but with the Essentials plan, the Vyond logo is burned into all your videos, even though you're paying for it. And that was something that really irritated me the first time I looked at Vyond. The premium is what I was on, and it did not give me all of the access to the characters and fonts and features that I wish it did. If I wanted all of that, I would have to upgrade to the professional plan, which is $159 a month. Or if we do annual, it's $1,000 a year. So even though Vyond is a little bit on the expensive side, I do recommend it for the right customer. I think if you're a corporation and you're in HR and you're going to be making like training videos for your employees and diversity is really important to you, you want to be able to have the characters talk and do a lot of different actions, I think Vyond is a great program for you. I probably think that's the best usage for Vyond. If you have clients that want these types of cartoon videos and they just want like 6 of them, I would recommend that you don't purchase the whole annual plan. It gets really pricey. You could just do a monthly and knock out all of the videos at once. So there are ways to work around the high pricing of Vyond, but still get the great benefits of it because it is a very nice looking platform. So I do recommend Vyond, but I don't think it's for everyone. If you're looking for cheaper options, I'll link to a couple below. You guys, do you use Vyond? What do you love about it? Let us all know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again.